Hi, my name's Ben Hollis and I'm the director here at Lancaster's Estate Agents. Now, a question we quite often get asked by people who are leaving another estate agency and bringing their property across to us, and we have the conversation about price. Their answer is quite often, well, if my property is priced too high, how come when it was on the market before, people didn't just offer me less? Well, there's an interesting little bit of psychology behind that, and I'll talk you through why that doesn't happen and why it works that way. So, for argument's sake, for the purpose of this example, let's just assume that your house is worth £300,000. Your neighbour, who is near identical, sold last month at 295. You've got a slightly shinier kitchen. Your house is worth 300. Okay, we can take that as read. Now, what we need to do now is take yourself out of your mindset and put yourself in the head of your buyer. So buyers who buy £300,000 houses generally have budgets comfortably a little bit below that. They might have a budget of say 280, but they'll find a little bit extra to find the perfect house for them. Everyone always inevitably spends a little bit more than they were planning on. So what that buyer, Mr. and Mrs. 280, are sat at home and they look at all properties in the price bracket between 275 and 300 to see what's about. And in that pile of houses between 275 and 300, yours is obviously top dog. It's worth 300. It's the shiniest, it's the biggest, it's in a better location, whatever it may be about it that's appealing, that drives that price to where it is. It's the top of the pile, it's the shiny penny, and it stands out. They go around and see it. The heart takes over, they fall in love with it, they find the extra 20, they'll just stretch themselves out a little bit more and they buy it. Job done, that's how it works. We're sure we've all been there in the shoes of the buyers ourselves in that scenario. Now, let's just flip that around a little bit. Let's imagine that you've taken your £300,000 house, but you've put it on the market at 325, thinking, well, if it's worth less, somebody will make me an offer. So let's take yourself out of your mindset again and put yourself back in the mindset of the buyers. People who buy £300,000 houses don't look up to 325 because their comfortable budget is actually 280. So they'll search up to 300, but they won't search up to 325. So chances are they probably don't find it in the first place. So those buyers are gone. So now we're looking at buyers who are fishing in that pool between 300 and 325. So they've probably got a comfortable budget of around 310, 315, and they'll search between 300 and 325 to see what's about. Now they go straight into that same buying mode. So the houses which are genuinely worth 325 are generally bigger, shinier, slightly better location, whatever it may be, that makes them genuinely worth that. And yours, which is genuinely worth 300 but trying to pitch itself, trying to fight above its weight at 325, just gets dismissed. There's a stat actually that I got from our account manager at Rightmove that apparently people spend, I think it's 1.7 seconds on average on a Rightmove listing. That's a scarily short period of time. That's just how quick they're just flicking past your listing. And that's because we live in an instant society where they bring up the list of properties. That one's not quite as nice and shiny, it's not tugging at my heartstrings. Next, next, next. Yours is just dismissed. So you're sitting there at 325 amongst houses which are really bigger and shinier, and they're the ones that get bought, and you kind of fall between the two stools. So pricing a property just right is so important. Putting your house on at 325 to get 300 won't do it. Putting your house on at 300 to get 300 will do it. It's funny how that works. You could end up trickling your price down, becoming stale on the market, ending up at 300 anyway, and people saying, that's the house I saw 6 months ago. Must be something wrong with it. Still there. It's become stale. And you end up selling it 285 or something ridiculous because it's just sat around on the market and you've shot yourself in the foot. So responsible agency isn't just about telling you the high number that woos you on the instruction to get you bored outside. It's about telling you the responsible number that actually gets the very maximum value out of your buyer, out of your potential buyer there. Having a high ticket price might look great in the shop window, but that for sale board is going to get rather dusty outside. A well-priced property should come to the market, get a lot of interest, sell quickly at a nice strong number.